Okay. Today with Memories with Moo, it is April 28th. It is a Tuesday at 2 in the afternoon. Okay, Moo, today I'm going to ask you a hodgepodge of questions that the cousins wanted to know about. They're kind of random. Okay?
Okay.
So the first one is from, I don't remember. How many books have you read?
How many books? Oh, thousands.
Do you have your list with you?
Yes, I've got.
Where is it? Right there?
No, it's
We need to see it.
okay. Okay.
This is important.
Okay.
But you have written down all the books that you've read, right?
Oh no, this isn't all of them.
When did you start writing them down?
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yes.
That was only 10 years ago?
This is only from.
For
10 years
some
ago.
reason, I thought it was way longer. Okay, let me see if we can see this.
And then these. Look.
This is her book of, let me hold this up. Of all the books she's ever read. And what is your,
10 years.
in 10 years, but what's your,
And look at this. This is in 10 years too.
ooh. So what is your like organization and how you read them? What's your,
I just see that I write down the name
of who?
and the author and what I thought about it, whether it was good.
Okay, so let's see. So like right here, this is the author, and those are all the books you read
Yes.
and what you thought about them.
And get a page.
So you read lots of Lee Child books.
Oh yes, I love him.
What are his
yes.
books about?
Lee Child?
Mm-hmm.
Sort of cop movies.
Ooh.
Sort of,
I'm just trying to. There we go. All the books. Okay, but then you have
That's
this.
10 years.
But then you have this stack of paper with all these different.
I've read all of those books in that stack of paper.
I had to put the phone down to see this. Okay, so like here you have. What do you go to the library and what do you have the people do
I
there?
ask them to give me a list of the author's books in order, like they were written, and I read them in order.
No, you got coffee on this one. Look at all these books. Look, this one has like 20 books.
Yes, I've read all of them.
Look, 20. Look at all of them.
I know.
That is wild. Okay, so thousands of books in the past at least 10 years.
Oh gosh, in my life.
I put it back down, put this organized up.
Because I read all the time when I was growing up.
Okay, so you have read many a books.
Many, many books. I love to read.
Okay, this question comes from Janie Turner. All good. She says, what did you think about car phones when they first were invented?
Car phones.
Like not a cell phone because it was just in your car.
We didn't have car phones.
You might have skipped that part. Okay, well, it was before a cell phone.
I did not have a
and
car
you just
phone.
attached it to your car.
I didn't have a car phone.
Okay, well then we'll just skip that. What did you think about cell phones? The ones that aren't attached to the wall and they can leave your house.
When did we get cell phones?
Oh, I don't know. May got one when she was in high school, so kind of around 2001.
I can't remember getting them.
Do you remember the hype about
I
them?
still don't know how to work them real well.
You did better than most at your age. But what did you think about it when they were talking about it?
I thought it was sort of amazing that we had cell phones.
Yeah. What about computers, laptops?
Oh,
Tell us about what you thought as technology evolved.
Well, now, I was married when we got computers, and I went and took lessons.
Where did you take lessons?
I've forgotten where.
Probably the library, maybe?
No, it wasn't a library. It was a place that gave lessons on how to use.
Was it how big was the computer that you practiced on?
Oh, it was a big computer, like,
Uh-huh.
a big one, much bigger than what we have today. But I learned the basics, the terminology, and just the basics of how to use it.
How did you find out there were classes to take?
Because I always wanted to learn how to do things.
Did you find lessons in the newspaper?
I don't know. I don't remember. That's so long ago.
Oh no, I'm wondering just how you even found out.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
But Probably just talking to the girls.
Right.
Of where I could take lessons.
What made you want to take lessons?
Oh, I wanted to know how to do it,
Mhm.
how to work them.
Oh, smart, because now you can use emails and everything.
I learned the basics.
But that's all you needed to know.
Well, I can get by, but there's so much I can't do now.
You can do email and the computer and Facebook.
If somebody tells me what to punch.
And that's fine, as long as you can do it.
Ah,
Okay, here are some very... Okay, first we'll go to Nini's question. Nini Stevens wants to know, who was your favorite president?
my favorite president,
Yes.
probably Eisenhower.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to say Reagan.
Oh, that's who I meant, Reagan.
Uh,
That's who I
you
was
said
picturing.
Eisenhower.
No, not Eisenhower. Reagan. I'm picturing Reagan,
Okay.
and I said Eisenhower.
You meant Reagan? Okay,
Yes,
there
definitely.
we go. And why?
What?
Why?
Because he was very traditional
Okay.
and
What does a traditional president mean to you?
doesn't go off on tangents. He's just wants to do the basic things that's for the good of the country, and not all this fancy stuff of giving everything away for nothing. He
Okay.
believed in hard work,
Mhm.
and that's the way the country could be great. I thought he was good. I love to hear him talk.
Is your oven on? I keep hearing it beep.
No,
Why does it beep like that?
you're hearing things.
No, I'm going to check.
It's nice. See if the microwave.
Sit up. Did you hear it?
No,
Oh, it's the microwave.
is something in it?
Yes.
What's in it?
Your tea, your coffee, when we heat it up again?
No, I don't want it.
Okay.
You know, I couldn't find my cup.
It's in there.
And
I was hearing
I
things.
called John. I called everybody. I looked everywhere.
I just found it.
And finally, I thought, I opened it up, and there it was.
Is that today?
Yesterday.
Well, there it is again.
I do it all the time. But it wasn't beeping. Oh, I couldn't hear it.
Oh, you just said I was hearing things.
I know, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
Okay, back to our interview. Okay, so I think that's really neat that you say that he didn't go in tangents. What were some things that you liked that he did or implemented or how he acted? Be specific about why you liked Reagan.
I can't remember. My brain doesn't work that way.
Okay, let's move on. Ellie has a hard-hitting question. She says, what bugs you most about our generation?
About y'all's generation.
Yes.
Y'all's generation thinks, you think, not just you personally.
You're
your
talking,
generation.
this is the broad
You
generation.
think you know everything,
Mhm.
and you don't. You think you're so smart, but all you can do is punch buttons. And I don't like the way there are no morals. Anything goes with y'all, and I don't like that. And I don't like your lack of respect for older people. Now, my grandchildren aren't that way. Y'all aren't that way. But I'm talking about generally speaking.
What are some examples of things that bug you that you just expand on what you're saying?
What did I just say?
You said you don't like how we have like as a generation as a whole, there's disrespect towards elders.
I don't like, for instance,
And we think we're too
your
smart.
language. Your language.
Mm-hmm.
You use cuss words like I would say, "Gosh,"
Right.
but y'all use real cuss words and think nothing of it. It's not bad when y'all say them. To me, it's horrifying
Right.
because we weren't allowed to do that. See?
Right.
So that bothers me,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like the free sex.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like all the things that have happened.
With that,
Yes, with free sex.
yes. And then you said something about how we think we're too smart, but we can punch buttons.
Yes.
Expand on that.
Yes, I think.
I think there's something to that.
I think your generation and the younger ones, a little bit younger than you, y'all think you're very smart and you talk a good game.
Mm-hmm.
I can ask you something and you'll go, punch your phone and give me a fantastic answer.
Right.
But if I ask you that in 2 weeks, you'd have to go and punch your phone again. Whereas when we came along, we didn't know the great as much as y'all did, but we knew things that went in our heads.
Okay, yeah. I think that's
So I
That's
think
solid point.
actually our generation was smarter than y'all's.
okay. Yeah, yes.
Long term, you know.
And in a deeper sense of
in
it.
a deeper sense, yes.
Yes. I think that's fair. I think you have a solid point there in a specific way. I like what you're having to say. Now, let's go to the positive side. What makes you the happiest, or what are you most proud of our generation?
Oh gosh, I
What's
don't know.
good about our generation?
Oh well, I like the way y'all are. Now these are my grandchildren. Everybody's grandchildren aren't like mine.
The generation, you have to think of the generation
I know.
as a whole. But you can say your grandchildren first.
But they're all so friendly, and they pay me attention, and they're just so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't do that with my grandparents.
You didn't?
No,
Why?
I was scared of them. But y'all aren't scared of me. See, this is the thing of y'all's generation. Y'all aren't scared of me. You tell me anything. And I like that. Before, with my grandparents, God, everything was quiet, and you would speak and get out of there, you know.
Mhm.
So I like the way this interaction and all today. I
More
really
of a
do.
relationship?
Oh yeah, I really do.
Okay, and then as a generation as a whole, not just your grandchildren, what do you like about the generation as a whole?
Oh, I don't know.
Moo, you can't just say negative things and not have a positive.
I haven't said anything negative.
Yeah, I asked you what bugs you the most about the generation.
Well,
So now you have to think of something positive about it.
I told you, y'all are all so friendly.
No, that was your grandchildren. That wasn't. You think even the generation is friendly?
No,
Okay, so see, you have to think of the generation.
no. I don't like the way they sort of look down on older people.
Moo, that's not a positive.
You told me you wanted a negative.
No, I said you already said a negative. Now you have to say a positive.
I don't know.
How about we're tech savvy?
You think that's a positive?
Well, Moo, you can't check your email. You just said.
I know, but I think y'all are so tech savvy. That's not positive. That's crazy.
Okay, I'm trying to give you an out of
I
saying something
hate
positive.
the way y'all are constantly doing this.
Yes, that is
That
rude.
is rude and ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said something to my grandchildren and all, and they go, "Oh, okay." But it's born in y'all.
We can start having a basket at your front door that people have to put their phones in.
You know, I used to do that when we'd eat lunch.
I think it's smart.
I'd make them all put their phones in a bowl.
It's smart.
Yes, but you grew up and you wouldn't do it anymore.
I'll do it. I'm happy to. Okay, let's go back.
Listen, you would have, your hands would be paralyzed.
My hands would not be.
Yes, well, those,
My
my
hands are empty
grandsons
now.
would be paralyzed.
There, let's go with that. Let's say the boys. Boo boys. Okay. Let's go back to another question from Ellie. What is your most favorite trip you've ever been on?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I've been and I traveled a lot, and they were all wonderful. And I took some trips when I was single. I don't have a favorite trip.
What trips did you take when you were single? And did you
I
go
went
by
to
yourself?
Europe.
By yourself?
No. I went with the Spring Hill College tour.
Oh.
We were gone 2 months. We did the Grand Tour of
Ooh,
Europe.
the Grand Tour. What does
Grand
that
Tour.
encompass?
Well, we went over on a ship and we went to all the countries. We didn't just go to England, to Italy. We went to all the countries.
Like, name them.
I was gone 2 months.
Which was your favorite place in Europe? Or
Probably England.
England?
I've always loved England and Scotland.
Yes.
And,
What was cool about those places?
Well, I was a history major, so it's so full of history in
Right.
England. That part was interesting, and Scotland too. So, but I loved my honeymoon. We went to Canada for that, and then Ben and I, we took.
Is a trip for you? Do you like the trips when they have history to it, or like what makes you enjoy a trip?
Well, I didn't enjoy trips when my children were young.
Yeah, that's
Ben would
stressful
have to
kinda.
make me go. I hated leaving my little children.
Oh, you meant without the children.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't. I wanted him to take all of my children to Africa. He laughed at me like I was goofy.
Did you go with him to Africa?
No, I didn't.
But you wanted him to take them
I
as well?
wanted him to take me and the children to Africa
Oh, why?
because I wanted to be with them. I thought it would be wonderful.
But you got to stay home with them.
Yes, well, I wasn't going to Africa.
But you didn't want to go just yourself. If you were going to go, you
No,
wanted it to be you
yes,
and the kids.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Oh, and one marvelous trip was our float trips. We took 2 float trips out west.
What does that mean?
Well, the first time we just took the 3 older children. That was a disaster for Greer and John. We left them alone, and I cried.
With who?
Oh, I cried. With my sister and brother.
Why was it a disaster?
Oh, to leave them behind?
Like for you, it was a disaster?
It was, yes, I was
It
miserable.
ate you alive?
Yes, it was terrible.
Why?
I didn't want to leave them behind.
I didn't know you were like that, Moo.
Oh my God, yes. Oh yeah. You should have asked Ben, your granddad. He would have said, "My God," he'd have to make me go on some trips to leave the
That is
children
so
behind.
funny.
Yeah. But what was I talking about?
Your float trips out west.
Oh yes, I loved them. The first one we took was absolutely fabulous. We took a trip in little rafts down the Snake River.
Did you like camp out on the
Oh
side?
yes, we camped out at night. It was
How long
marvelous.
was it?
We were gone 5 days,
That is so much fun. Where did it start?
and it was on the Snake River in Idaho.
And it ended in
And
Idaho
then
somewhere?
later, about several years later, we went with my sister, Ann and Marion, and their 3 children,
And all of yours?
and we did the same trip again.
But with all your kids this time?
Yes, and all 5 of my kids, and I love that.
And so you cooked your own did you have a guide?
Oh yes, the Time Smiles. It was 2 men, 3 men, and his wife, and they took us, and they were wonderful.
That is so much fun.
It was that was my favorite trip of all. It was wonderful.
Something's in my eye. That sounds like a lot of fun. What kind of food would y'all eat?
Oh, fabulous food.
Really?
Yes.
Where'd y'all put it?
Well, he took everything in these big igloos. We were only gone 5 days.
How long would your raft during a single day?
We'd
be?
raft all day and stop for lunch and have sandwiches.
Uh-huh.
Then raft on that afternoon and have a real dinner.
Like a
at
campfire
night.
dinner?
He would have meat and vegetables, and it was fabulous.
That sounds delicious.
The food was fabulous.
Yum. Okay, that sounds like a fun trip. We might have to plan a new one in honor of that one.
It was marvelous.
Okay, our next question. Overall, in all 90 years of your life, what has been your greatest disappointment?
My greatest disappointment.
Yeah, it's a kind of a
God,
morbid question, but you have to answer it.
I can't imagine.
Well, you sit and you think about it. What is
I'll
your
have to
greatest disappointment?
Oh.
And while you think about that, think about your greatest accomplishment.
My greatest disappointment was when Ben died. He died, he was too young. That was the worst of my entire life. Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
What is your greatest?
Took me 2 years to even get to where I could function.
Right.
It was real bad.
I can imagine. What was your greatest accomplishment?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Having 5 children.
There you go. Okay, so having children. That takes me back to another question.
What?
I had to find it. Tell us about I don't really know how to word this. about how you wanted to have a natural childbirth, but the hospital discouraged
That's
it. Let's
right.
start. What hospital did you go to?
Mobile Infirmary.
Mobile Infirmary. When did you have your
This
first
was my
child? What
first
year?
child, and I was determined.
What year was this?
1959.
Okay, and give us all the backbone.
Well, I just wanted to have natural child.
What does natural childbirth mean to you?
They wouldn't give you gas, any.
No medication.
If you didn't have natural childbirth, they gave you gas.
Or like the thing of your
No,
back?
no, not that.
They didn't have epidurals
No,
at the point?
just gas.
Y'all had laughing gas and that was it?
No, it was gas that would sort of,
So you like get knocked out?
yeah.
Ooh, I want
And
that.
so I told Mac Otts, my doctor, and he said, "Why do you want to do that?" Nobody.
No one
did
had done
that.
it before?
Oh well, he sort of, but he didn't know what he was doing.
So like
And,
for
I mean,
him,
it
no
was
one had
new
done
for
it.
him too.
Okay.
And
What did you say? Why did you want
I
to do
said,
that?
I just want to do it. I just thought it would be cool. And
Being totally
I
with
liked
it.
having children, and I just thought it would be cool. I'd never had any children. And so we went, and I didn't have any lessons or anything. They got all the nurses in there to see it, and it was so unusual.
So did you do it?
And so I did all the way up until the very end, and Mac Otts did not know what he was doing,
He was like,
and he was. It was very painful because he didn't know what he was doing, and he'd say so.
like he didn't know how to deliver a baby?
Oh yeah, sure he knew how to deliver babies.
He didn't know how to take you through the steps of doing it naturally?
Yes, he didn't know anything how to tell me to breathe or
Okay.
anything. He didn't know anything about that. And then
That's crazy.
It was.
So you're like,
I
help.
finally said no. I've done it.
This
I'll
is
take
enough.
the gas.
Y'all clearly
So
don't know what
right
to
at
do.
the end, they gave me a little gas, and Nedra was born.
Perfect.
And so I did not do that anymore.
You're like, that was not worth
No.
it.
And the next time, by the time Ben came, your daddy came, was 3 years later. They had epidurals where they give you a shot in the back.
And was that better than the gas?
Oh, it was nothing. It was nothing.
Compared to the gas?
Oh, well, the gas was terrible. It would knock you out, and then you'd feel sick afterwards and all.
Yeah.
But it would it would make you unconscious, you know.
So you never actually had a natural childbirth?
No.
Okay. Then, I'm gonna go free. I'm gonna free ball some questions. How did you decide what to name your children?
Well, I'm.
Well, Ben after Pop.
After his
Nedra after
daddy.
you.
No, Nedra was named for my mother.
Oh,
I was Nedra Greer Stimson. I named her Nedra Tolman Stimson, and I named her for my mother.
who were you named for?
Mother,
But what was your?
but I named her for my mother.
Why was your name different?
Well, I was Nedra Tolman Greer
Oh yeah, duh.
for my mother,
Sorry.
and then I was Nedra Greer Stimson. And when Nedra came along, I named her Nedra Tolman Stimson.
Right. Again after your mom.
Yes. And then Mary was named for Ben's mother,
Okay.
Mary. And then Greer, I always wanted somebody named a surname, so Ben didn't care. So we named her, and Lily was my grandmother, my father's mother, who I never knew. She died when he was 19, but I thought it was a pretty name, Lilly, Lily with 2 L's.
Is that Ingrid's middle name?
Lily
Greer.
Greer,
Oh, it was her first name.
Lily Greer Stimson.
I did not know that was her first name,
Yes,
and she just took Greer.
and she's just Greer. Steve, we always called her Greer.
Oh, I love Lily though.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
I hope one of them will name
I
their
didn't even
children
realize that.
Yes, and my grandmother's name was Lily Greer.
What did y'all call her?
I didn't know her. She died when Daddy was 19.
And then we had Uncle John.
And then John, and I was so afraid he was going to be the fourth girl, that we wouldn't get a name. We didn't even have a name for him. And
For
he
a
was
boy?
born, and he was a boy.
And what y'all have as
And we couldn't think
for
of
a girl?
name.
What did y'all think it was gonna be?
We didn't have anything.
Y'all don't have a name for a boy or a girl. Y'all were just like, huh?
I just knew it was a girl.
So what were you gonna name her?
We didn't pick a name.
Y'all just gonna say we're gonna name her when she comes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when it was boy, we were so thrilled. And we finally, after discarding all the family names.
Did this take like days, hours, minutes?
Yes, until it was time to sign the thing. And so we said, well, John was the first Stimson over here. We'll just call him Stimson. And Lindsay was a Stimson name, just nothing.
We'll just call him Stimson.
Huh? John Lindsay Stimson.
Oh, sorry. Perfect. I thought you just said we'll just call him Stimson.
No, call him John.
John. Got it. Where did
It wasn't
Lindsay
for
come from? Y'all
anybody.
just decided to put it in there?
What?
You said Lindsay came
Lindsay
from what?
was a Stimson name too. We
And you
just
just
put
threw
him
it in there.
Yeah. She said we've got to put something down there.
So just put this down.
Yeah, just put that down, John Lindsay.
That's a pretty name though.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I think that's it for today.
Good.
I've learned a lot once again.
Oh my goodness.
Well, thanks. Memories with Moo.